Hello, tonight I want to talk to you about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the #1 most important career search site that anybody needs to help you build your personal brand and to find any kind of a job. It is the site that 94% of all recruiters look to first when they're trying to find talented help. And so it's the #1 place that you ought to be investing your time and energy and talents. And there are so many different resources that LinkedIn offers. The first thing that you do is you create a free profile on LinkedIn with your name, of course. And with that, it's very simple. Make sure you add all your personal information so that people can reach you. A professional email address, your phone number. You want people to look for you for a job. If you do, then LinkedIn is where to do it. And make sure all your contact information is there. With your profile, you need a great photo. And it needs to be a studio photo, not a snapshot, not where you cut other people out of it. But make sure you invest the time and the money and the energy to get a portrait studio photography. A digital one, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but it does need to be high quality and showcase the professional that you aspire to be seen as. And so you want a great image, you want a great headline, you want to tell people what you can do for them. Not just regurgitating your resume, it is a snapshot of who you are and what you bring to an employer if you're looking for a job, what you offer them, what you're going to help make their business more successful if they hire you. And so you ought to have a powerful headline, and then you ought to have quite a bit of description that explains who you are, what you do, kind of an elevator pitch in a very short summary that is part of your main profile description. LinkedIn is fabulous for walking you step by step through building your resume online. This is a virtual online resume, and make sure you're scrupulously honest because all of this is cached online forever, and if there are discrepancies, an employer can see that. So make sure that when you build out your employment history, they will walk you step by step. What is your current job? When did you take that job? Describing skills, and then your employer section. All this is just like a resume. It's reverse chronological order. So the newest information is on top and the older information is at the bottom. And make sure that you add achievements, accomplishments. Don't just talk about the stuff you did. Activities aren't important to an employer. Achievements, accomplishments, plus anything that can be quantified is what any employer is going to look for. So instead of saying, I did this and I did that and then I did the other, you managed 47 people, you controlled a budget, you administered a budget, you grew sales, you developed new program, you launched, you did things. Use high impact action verbs, present tense for your current job, past tense in the past job. Don't use pronouns. Don't you say I did. Just led, spearheaded, developed, sold, etc. Impersonal verbs in the past tense, but very powerful verbs that connote an awful lot of information. That's really, really very important. There's so many different aspects of LinkedIn that you can use. The second part is to go a little bit deeper about how you can build connections. LinkedIn will invite you to give them access to your email address books, all of them. So if you have a Gmail account, an AOL, a business account, allow them permission to go in and match your email addresses of all your different email databases with all their email addresses, and then they will suggest connections for you so that you'll be able to go click, invite all these people, and you might import 500 contacts. You're going to say, I'd like to connect with you on LinkedIn, and all of a sudden you're going to have a large following of connections, and you want to have 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. You want to have a massive connection. That's your networking is the most important thing that you can do to build your personal brand, especially the older that you get, because you have so many more years of establishing those relationships. It really becomes your asset. So make sure that you connect effectively. You invite everybody you know to your LinkedIn page. Make sure that you use that same expertise to gain endorsements. LinkedIn will search through the resume that you have uploaded, and they will suggest skills that match your keyword, and they will ask your connections if they want to endorse you for that. And that's really powerful, because that will really show how you are perceived, what your personal brand is, how others perceive you, and what your skill set is, and that's really important. You can also request referrals or references, and by that you'll go to the place on LinkedIn, and it'll say, you know, ask so-and-so for a referral, and you click the button and you can send someone through LinkedIn a note or an invitation to please send me a recommendation, and it'll be very simple. You write just a few words and they'll do all the work. But that really is important. One of the best ways to build your own recommendations and endorsement is to recommend and endorse somebody else. It's a gift. So that what you do is you contact all your database and you write a short referral or recommendation or endorsement for them, and they're going to be notified, they're going to look at it, they're going to be honored and excited, and most likely they will turn around and write a referral or a recommendation or endorsement for you. That's the secret behind building these social proof, is what it's called, on your LinkedIn page, having other people endorse you, and that will come through you proactively reaching out to them and giving them the gift of a recommendation or endorsement. They will most likely turn around and return the gift back to you. So it's a very, very powerful tool. Two other tools that are very powerful on LinkedIn is it can become a virtual blog. You have the opportunity to post short post, which is kind of an update, kind of a Facebook type of an update. I'm going to do this, I'm going to be here, I've been just gotten this award or this recognition, whatever you want to post, topical information. You can post questions, ask for referrals, etc., all on what are called posts. But if you click the other tab, it allows you to post articles. And this is, think of this as a personal blog. You can write a thoughtful blog, an article of content, valuable content. You can interview people. You can write theories. Think of anything you would like to write an article for a blog, and you can write it and then you post it on your own page, your LinkedIn page, and all the people in your connectedness can find it. They can comment in your blog or your article. Make sure you have an impactful visual, because visuals are always more powerful, and LinkedIn will suggest some for you. You'll be able to find some, or you can go to some free graphic image sites, and you can find one to illustrate your blog post or your article. And this is important. I have articles or comments or questions that I posed years ago that I have hundreds of people who have commented on it, and you think of this as an evergreen blog post, which means it never grows old. People will see it today, tomorrow, a year from now, 2 years from now. So make sure whatever you put in an article is relevant, it is timeless, it is something that's not, you know, a tactical thing like, gee, tomorrow I'm going to do something, or next week, but something that can have a long span of a lifetime and influence people. So you don't even have to go to the hassle of having your own blog if you use LinkedIn powerfully. And then once you've posted a blog post, anybody who finds it, you want to then follow them, like them, make a comment. If they make a comment, you can ask for opinion. Then you want to comment back on them, follow them, and then you start developing a relationship with people who are active on LinkedIn, liking and commenting on your posts. So you don't even have to bother with blogs. Blogs are a pain in the neck. You have to maintain them and update them. They're a lot of work, whereas you can once a week post your own thoughtful article on LinkedIn, and you don't have to build traffic to your site. You have thousands and thousands and millions of people out there on LinkedIn who have the opportunity to come and see your site. This is just a few more of the valuable things that LinkedIn can do for you. I want to talk about jobs. This is the best way to find a job. And it's very simple. Make sure on your profile that if you're looking for a job, you click the little button that says you're open to having recruiters reach you, that you're actively looking for a job, and you can put some information in there. And you can do searches proactively to try and connect with people. And so you can look at a whole bunch of different information. You can go through under the job company section, and you can look at people who work for the company you want to work for, who have the job titles that you want, in the geography that you want. There's a whole bunch of different characteristics that you can select for in searching for people. And what you'll find is that you have first connections and second connections and all non-connections. So first connections are people that you know. So that's why it's so important that you invite people to your page by giving LinkedIn permission to access all your email databases. Then you want to invite all those people, because then you'll have hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of people that you know, and then those will be your primary contacts, your primary connections, as everybody that you know who has linked to you. But everybody that they know then becomes your secondary contacts. So let's say you want to find a job for Procter & Gamble on Pampers. So you can do a search for Procter & Gamble or for Pampers, whatever it is, and then you find everybody you know who knows somebody in that company firsthand and what that person is, and then secondhand. So you can use that to leapfrog from one connection to another. Many different ways that you can look for jobs. You can build your own profile. You can add information about what you're looking for. This is an absolutely great tool. You can instant message. If you pay for a monthly premium subscription, it allows you to instant message directly to people that you may not know. So you're limited with your InMail, is what it's called. LinkedIn's InMail is you can send almost text messages to anybody that you're personally connected with, including inviting anybody in your email database to join, to connect with you. But if you have a premium subscription, which costs anywhere from $29 to $50 a month, then you can connect with people that you don't know. You can send personal messages to contacts that you don't know, like the CEO of a company that you don't know. It also unmasks some of the top executives that you might want to reach. So often CEOs will not have their personal profiles on LinkedIn because they know they'll be inundated with everybody who wants to work for them. But if you get a premium subscription, then those people will be unmasked. You'll be able to contact them. You'll have the ability to in-message them and to find out their names and more information. So that's also a very important tool. So use InMail effectively, build your database. LinkedIn, once you have this database, which means you invite all of the people that you know, maybe you have 1,000 people, it will send you updates on everybody's birthdays, work anniversaries. If they change jobs, if they have anything meaningful in their profile, you will get a message saying, hey, Mary Jones had a birthday today, or so-and-so is on their 4th year work anniversary, or Bob just changed jobs. Then you can go in and make sure you go in every day, and you can contact these people and wish them messages. You can connect personally. Make sure that you build personal relationships on LinkedIn, because it's going to provide you with so many professional contacts. Very, very important for you. So make sure that you do this and use InMail as effectively as you can in building your personal network. Another great resource that LinkedIn gives us is the ability to join groups. So you can find many different groups of interest, whether it's job interest, whether it's nonprofit interest, whether it's the title. So like I belong to a CMO group, or it might be a Hispanic marketing group, or it might be a bankers group, whatever it is. You can join multiple groups. Make sure that you join your school alumni association group. You may have several groups. Join those. You'll meet a lot of important people that way. You can join the group that belongs to your professional association. So I belong to the AMA group. There are many different groups, so find groups that have people that have the same interests, the same affinity, the same background that you do, and join those groups that you can connect more effectively with those people, and you can share your posts, your articles, and your posts and different information. You can share different articles of all kinds with them. And then make sure that you use them effectively and you connect with those people. Groups can be a very important part of LinkedIn. LinkedIn also has a huge library of informational videos. Many are produced by the LinkedIn team, but many individuals prepare very effective and powerful videos on all sorts of training of career development, recruiting, marketing, different professional skills, thousands, literally thousands of different videos that you'll find very informative and useful. They're free. Just look in the library database. Very important. They also have tons and tons of articles. So there's a lot of information that can help you develop professionally and to find that great job in the LinkedIn library. There is a function called SlideShare, and that allows you to post videos, PowerPoint presentations, any kind of documents in PDF, Word, multiple different formats. And it's a shareable document sharing file that allows you to do a presentation. Let's say you gave a presentation at a trade association. Well, that's valuable information. So you could then take that presentation, put it on the SlideShare program, and then anybody in the world who's looking for that information can find that presentation and make sure that it is copyrighted to you and that you have your contact information on the last page and maybe on the first page so you can get credited for information. That's very important. Also, when you build out your original profile, you can add up to 6 pieces of multimedia content to almost each section, like your employment section and your education section and your general profile. So you can add a resume, a brand summary, you can add PowerPoint presentations, you can add introductory videos, you can add all sorts of information. You can actually use that as your online professional portfolio. You can make a PowerPoint presentation that shows all of the different skills and the things that you've done in your career, and you can post that both to the Skillshare and on your profile page so that you have an online virtual profile or a portfolio that can be very powerful for you. So make sure you use the multimedia resources that LinkedIn allows you to use and facilitates the sharing. There's a whole section on salaries. So if you are looking for a job and you can go into the LinkedIn page, you can put in your job description, you can say what you want and the geography. LinkedIn will actually look at your online resume. It will pull out key pieces of information, job descriptions and experience and credentials, and it will share with you or tell you what kind of salaries that you can expect in your market, in your field, in different jobs. Very, very powerful. A lot of interesting things that you can do. So take the time to really dig into LinkedIn. Make sure that you look at each and every little tab. And there's all those little tabs across the top that nobody ever gets around to looking at. Look at those different tabs, because you'll find lots of stuff that nobody ever looks at because we're so focused on the resume. Let me also give you some tips on engaging with others on LinkedIn. We talked in a previous video about endorsing and recommending as many people as you can. Take a minute or two every day to go through everybody in your email database, all your connections, and just jot a short rave review, a glowing note, a wonderful recommendation of those people. Most likely they will turn around and do you the favor and do the same thing. You also can find articles anywhere through email, through other social media, Facebook, whatever it is, and you can share them by the little link on the side on your LinkedIn page. And so you want to find content of information, you can share that on your LinkedIn page. It's helpful if you write a little couple words or a line of introduction about what you think about it, asking for thoughts or opinions or feedback, and then you can post that as an article on your LinkedIn page. Also, when you can find other articles, you can do searches or you can get articles that you see and that you like. You can then reshare them onto your own page. You should also follow up and write a note or a comment on the article footer to the person who posted it, a thoughtful, probably a favorable comment or feedback that shows thoughtfulness and intelligence and, not political ranting, but something that contributes to a meaningful conversation. And then those people will probably follow you in return. So one of the strongest ways to expand your profile is to follow people on LinkedIn, comment on their posts. So if every day that you go on LinkedIn you find 2, 3, 4 articles that you like, comment on them. Make an insightful comment, not just, a rote comment, but say, I really agree with what you said about XYZ. I found that to be the same. Have you ever considered this? And then that person will probably follow you. So it's a really important way to contribute to the conversation, to connect intelligently and in an informed way with other professionals on LinkedIn, and to build your personal brand through responsible and professional commentary. And it's very important that you use all of these different tools to build a strong and powerful profile. So set yourself a goal that says, find out how many people you have on LinkedIn right now. Set a goal to at least double it. If you don't have 1,000 people on LinkedIn connected, set your goal to 1,000. And then over the next period of time, 2,000 or 5,000. So set a goal and work to build your connections through LinkedIn, because personal networking and professional networking through a powerful tool like LinkedIn can be your #1 way of finding a job and getting hired and becoming an authority in what you do, so that recruiters come to you instead of you having to chase them. And the way you can do that is through powerfully managing both your personal networking and building your personal brand through your LinkedIn page. This has been Diane Huth, the Accidental Career Coach. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more information coming. Love to share information on how to build your personal brand and how to help you find and land your dream job.